Karate Kid. Oh my goodness. So none of that made the air. I just said none of that made the air. Skip it. I'll do it again. Okay. Once again, Fizz, Kicks, and Flixx, Gene, Joe, Angel. We just got done doing the Karate Kid Part 2 review. This is our post show. You guys have fun, guys?
I did. I enjoyed it.
See, I wasn't so bad this week, right? I kept it cool. Like, I was on Daniel's side, man. Chosen is not like Johnny. And he's not like Mike Barnes either.
No, that's a whole different animal.
Yeah,
literally. I think you had no choice, though. I think you had no choice. If you were on our side on this one, I'm going to question your judgment forever now.
I wanted to see if he was going to come up with something for Chosen. I was waiting.
I was waiting. This guy is a despicable creature.
He really is.
He redeemed himself in Cobra Kai. But when it came to this movie here, like, this guy was, man, I didn't like him. You know how bad I didn't like this guy? I had the toys. I had the Karate Kid Part 2 toy set. It came with all of them. I never even played with that guy. I never played with Chosen.
I didn't even know they had a toy set. I remember the Nintendo video game. Did y'all play that?
No, I never played that.
Oh, the two worst parts of that game. You had to do the drum punch, and you get killed by that damn hook every time. And then chopping the ice. You can never chop all the ice. Never, ever. There's
a new Cobra Kai game. Did you guys play that?
I haven't played it. I've seen it. I thought about it.
Huh.
Nah, I never played the Karate Kid game or the Cobra Kai game. But this movie was pretty fun. I enjoy it. I like I said earlier, I like this movie better as an adult looking at it as opposed to a kid. Because as a kid, it's really not that much action. Yeah. It's more emotional than it is action. Because Daniel really didn't have like fights. Like, he would get hit and he would drop. He get kicked in the stomach, he dropped. Chosen punch him in the stomach, he'll drop. It really wasn't like a bunch of fighting.
Yeah, he gotta start doing some sit-ups, man.
Yeah, for sure. He was out of his element, really.
Yeah. Right. There was a cartoon. I remember the cartoon, Jeff. I remember the cartoon. But the toy set, I had the Karate Kid Part 2 toy set. Travis had the first one, the first Karate Kid. And I never played with Chosen. Like, I just did not like this
guy. He's the perfect bad guy. Why not?
Yeah, I guess so. And I typically like the bad guys, but I did not like him. And not at all. Do you guys have a favorite part of this movie?
Yeah, I'll go. I actually enjoyed the bar scene with the ice breaking, only because I've always enjoyed breaking as a part of martial arts. Wood. I tried to make ice blocks one time to break them, but it didn't work out real well. Definitely not the way it was in the movie. So I've always really liked that part. I always think it was fun to break ice. I'd probably like to try again one day.
Okay.
For me, it's funny. I always liked the first scene. I thought when Mr. Miyagi honked his nose, I don't know why. I always thought that was so cool. I always wanted to do that to someone.
Man. That's a fight starter right there. Like, somebody knows if you got beef with somebody. Can you imagine that you're getting ready to fight somebody? And, you can tell things are getting serious. And you just reach out and just honk their nose.
Be done.
Oh, no, Jeff. I did not notice who was in that scene. Like, who, Jeff?
Jeff, I think I did know who. Put in the comment, because I think you and me are thinking on the same path. I just want to make sure.
Man, Jeff be knowing everything. Like,
Jeff, listen, Jeff was putting a game on me this weekend, telling me things I didn't even know about tournaments.
Hey, that's what Jeff does.
Man.
That's just what Jeff does.
The one thing I will say, man, about this one, I really enjoyed us reviewing this, because we got to really get into more of who Mr. Miyagi is. And and like really, and I think my favorite part about the whole entire episode, which everyone should definitely go watch, is how we were saying we want to see a different spin-off series. Mm-hmm. I think that would be pretty cool, man. You never know. Yes, Yeah, the guy from Walker, Texas Ranger. You're exactly right. Yep. So I think it'll be really cool for us to really see that, to see a spinoff series. I think it would end up working out pretty good if they were to do something like that. So yeah,
Could you guys imagine? And I always think about this watching it. Could you imagine Cobra Kai with Miyagi in it?
Oh,
It
if
would be
that
a whole different show.
Oh,
It would be a whole different show.
if that was to happen, I feel like there wouldn't. So this doesn't sound crazy. I feel like at some point Miyagi would have to fight Kreese.
That's fine. Good.
To happen.
Good.
Because if it happen, that's just craziness.
I think there would be problems between Daniel and Mr. Miyagi if he was around for Cobra Kai.
Good.
Because Mr. Miyagi would not. Number one, you know what? Skip it. I already reviewed the first Cobra Kai movie episode of season. When he was talking to Kyler and he found out that Kyler was attacked by an older person in the parking lot, Daniel went to Cobra Kai to see who was there. Mr. Miyagi wouldn't have never done that. And I think he would have told Daniel, like, leave him alone. Like, why? Why are you going to say something to him? Why are you bothering him? That had nothing to do with you. You don't know the situation, what happened between him and these kids, you know? Like, he always was trying to avoid situations. And in Cobra Kai, Daniel is going forward, straight toward a confrontation. And I don't think Mr. Miyagi would have liked that. So I think they would have had more conflict between each other.
I like 100%. That. I like that. Oh, yeah. Right now, then when Rita was, yeah, that is true.
Oh wow!
I feel like yeah, you're right. I feel like Daniel's more of a acts first and then thinks later. And then when you look at that ends up. So I feel like Mr. Miyagi would have said, "Don't go and do that," but then somehow, all right, we're gonna fight in a parking lot to the death. Because
but he was
no, but then he's like, all right, I'm gonna throw you in a tournament. All right, I'll put $600 down there. You're gonna beat this dude, even though he never broke ice before. I think after a while, Mr. Miyagi, he starts to put his own faith in everyone's hands. It gets a little crazy.
There might be a dark side we don't know about.
Well, but he doesn't do that in the third movie, which we're going to talk about next week, because Daniel wants to compete in the R Valley again, and Mr. Miyagi doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
Yep.
And especially after this movie, after watching 2, you let this boy fight for his life, fight to the death, but you don't want him to go fight in a tournament in a couple of months. Like, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. I mean, all of those people, all those Okinawans should have jumped over the little moat. And they all should have ganged up on Chosen. He couldn't beat everybody. He might would have poked a couple of them and got rid of them. But they could have all eventually overcame Chosen. Like, that's messed up to make the boy fight for his life. Like I told you guys before on the talk on the podcast. Like, what would have happened if Daniel lost? Like, can you imagine that phone call Mr. Miyagi would have had to make to Mrs. LaRusso?
No, there ain't no phone call. That man disappeared once already.
We'd have been gone.
Well, Miss LaRusso would have put out a missing persons for Daniel and Mr. Miyagi. You know?
No, so I mean, but listen, man. And Karate Kid 3, he was a bad boy. I mean, that going up in that tournament. And then also, let me just say something. I want everyone, for when we are doing the next couple weeks and we're focusing on Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, I want everyone to have this thought, because I always say this to myself. I want you guys to tell me what you think. We talked about this a little bit. I meant to say this on a podcast show. He was getting autographs. He was getting everyone, superstar status off of doing a junior tournament. And it was one tournament. And it was like an all-valley regional. So nowadays, we have regional tournaments. He was getting all that from a regional tournament. He won, spoiler alert, he won it twice. And people act like he is the messiah of karate. I still never understand that.
They say that the All Valley used to mean something back in that day. So that made him popular. That made him, he came out of nowhere.
But you know what? I feel like they should have been the same way with Johnny also. I know we're getting into Cobra Kai, but Johnny also won the All Valley 2 times in a row. Like, this was if he would have beat Daniel, that would have been his 3rd time winning.
Yeah. But you know what it was? It's because he was Cobra Kai, because he started a bunch of drama with people, and that's why people didn't.
No, he did not start a bunch of drama with people. He only had problems. Once again, here we go back to Johnny and Cobra Kai. But he only had problems with Daniel. Like, he was not bothering anybody else. Nobody else in that school had problems with him. Only Daniel.
We don't know that. We
Guess
don't
what?
know that.
Gene? And guess what, Gene? Nobody on this podcast believes that Johnny is innocent. Only you. So isn't that something? Isn't that crazy?
Johnny, man, that's my guy, man. Johnny Lawrence, like, he ain't did nothing to nobody else. He had no beef with nobody else. It was only punk ass Daniel. But we gonna move on. We gonna move on from there. But yeah. Like I said, I like this movie. I don't really have a favorite part of this movie. I liked how they just showed a different side of Mr. Miyagi, because we didn't really get a different type of. He was like kind of stiff in the first movie. This one we saw him making jokes, talk just the way that he was, just the way he was acting as he was talking, being back home. My thing was, at the end of this movie, Yukie asked to go back to America with him. And spoiler right now, in the third movie, she's not there.
Nope.
I don't understand. She had no reason to stay in Okinawa, and they never explained why she did not come. They explained why Kumike did not come, because she was supposed to come to America. They said what happened with her, but they didn't say what happened with UK. I don't know. Jeff, we need to ask Jeff. Jeff might know. Jeff might have seen the notes or something like that. Jeff might have seen
the script. Jeff bought a copy of the script just to have it. I know.
Jeff probably got a copy of the script from one of the people that was a stunt double in the movie. Jeff knows everybody, and he knows everything. So it's not going to surprise me if Jeff saw some other type of cut that got an answer. All right. Let's wrap it up, guys. You guys got anything to say about the podcast?
Yep.
You got something? Go ahead, Angel.
Got something to say. So, to my fellow, main gang mates, I know you guys are over here talking. If you haven't watched CTE, watch CTE. You'll hear Chris and Lowe's talk about the young buck, issuing out this challenge. I'm going to say it again because I am Mr. Miyagi in here. I believe us. Everybody, like, comment, subscribe, share, download as many as you can. If you got Apple, Spotify, every single platform, download Fist, Kicks, and Flixx. I want us just to show how we come in and we're going to change the whole entire game. I'm just saying it. Jeff, I know you're watching. Alex, I know eventually you're going to watch. Your spot also. I'm telling you right now, I will make sure that I will keep the fire burning. We got this main gang.
he did a promo. I wasn't expecting that. All right. You got anything, Joe?
No, perfect. Go get it, Angel. Tell him. Let's go. We're coming in hot. Bringing the fire.
Oh, man. It's going to be so fun when Mike get back. Mike, hurry up and get back.
I can't wait.
All right. Make sure you guys listen to Fist, Kicks, and Flixx. Also, check out CTE.
No. Check out TLC.
And then also make sure you listen to Inside Scoop on Thursday. We are out. Good night. Peace.
Gotcha.